There is something uniquely terrifying about being home alone. No one to call out to, no one to hear you, just you, the silence, and whatever is on the other side of that door. I grew up in rural Michigan, the kind of place where, if something goes wrong, no one hears it. 3 acres of land, a big house, and a storage building out back. Nothing around for miles, just trees, crops, and silence. I didn't love that place, honestly. The isolation always felt heavy. My parents trusted me at home alone from an early age. I was 13 when this happened. Responsible, mature for my age, at least that's what they thought. It was a weekend. I was sitting in the living room playing Vice City on my PS2, completely relaxed, completely in my own world. Then, a loud metallic bang echoed from outside. I remember going completely still, controller in my hands, just listening. I ran to the windows, front of the house, side of the house, nothing. Then I got to the window facing the storage building. The door was wide open. Not cracked, not moving in the wind, wide open. My stomach dropped instantly. That door was heavy. It didn't just open by itself, ever. I went to the closet, and for a second, I just stood there. Then I grabbed the rifle. Looking back, I can't believe I did what I did next. But I was 13, and I thought I was invincible. I stepped outside and made my presence known. "Who's in there?" No answer. I got closer, each step louder than it should have been. I reached the doorway and said I had a gun before even looking inside. The building was packed. A sit-down mower, a quad, tools stacked everywhere. Someone could have been hiding behind any of it, watching me, without me ever knowing. Even as a kid, something in that moment felt wrong. Not fear, something deeper than that. I pulled the door shut, went back inside, locked the house. Then I sat by the window, staring at that building, waiting for the door to open again. Every minute felt longer than the last. I kept telling myself to calm down, but it wasn't working. Eventually, I went to the kitchen and called my dad. No answer. I left a voicemail, trying to sound calmer than I was. I went back to the window, turned on the TV, just to fill the silence with something human. I was almost convincing myself it had been the wind or an animal when I heard it, creaking from upstairs. My heart jumped into my throat. Everything in me just locked up. Was I imagining it, or was someone actually in my house? I grabbed the rifle again, went to the stairs. I didn't call out this time. Calling out would only let them know I heard them. I walked up, each step careful, quiet. At the top, I turned on the hallway light. 5 doors, all closed. And suddenly, that house didn't feel like mine anymore. I just stood there, listening. The sound came from my parents' room. I got down on my hands and knees and looked under the door. 2 bare feet, perfectly still, facing the door, like they'd been waiting. The world just stopped. My stomach twisted into something I can only describe as dread. I was 13 years old, alone, holding a rifle, with a grown man standing on the other side of that door. And in that moment, I realized I was not ready for what having that rifle meant. I backed away, slowly, and went downstairs. Locked myself in the bathroom, called my dad again. No answer. Again, nothing. I remember crouching there, back against the wall, whispering into the phone, feeling more alone than I ever had in my life. That's when I finally did what I should have done from the beginning. I called 911. The operator told me, "Stay quiet, don't move." Then I heard it. Footsteps, on the stairs, coming down. I pressed myself flat against the wall. My hands were shaking. The footsteps crossed the floor, coming straight toward the bathroom. Not searching, coming straight to me. They stopped outside the door. Then, a voice, calm, close. "What's up, kid?" I almost cried. I couldn't stop shaking. I disobeyed the operator, and I spoke. Loud, clear. "I'm on the phone with the cops, and I have a gun." I put the phone on speaker, let him hear her voice. He tried the door, locked. I heard him pause. Then the footsteps started moving away, across the house, toward the back door. Then, the door slammed shut. I let out a breath I didn't even realize I'd been holding. When the police arrived and cleared the house, it felt like the weight of the entire world lifted off me. I stayed at my uncle's that night. But what haunts me most isn't what happened inside the house. It's what I did. When I went outside to check the storage building, I left the front door unlocked. That's when he came in. Not through the back, through the front door. While I was outside, rifle in hand, shouting into an empty building, he walked into my house and waited.